It's almost time to start this run between University of Alabama and University of Alaska Fairbanks. I want to point out that this competition is about more than just how much regolith simulant you can dig. We have a whole list of different awards that are focused on different elements of this competition. We have a Communications Power Award, a Regolith Mechanics Award, the Caterpillar Autonomy Award, the Judges Innovation Award. We have an award for social media and public engagement. We have a slide presentation and demonstration. That escalated quickly. So we're underway. There is an Outreach Project Award, a Systems Engineering Paper Award, an On-Site Mining Award, Alabama on the left, Alaska Fairbanks on the right. Alabama over into the digging area very quickly, and you can see this robot digging using its bucket ladder system. Alaska Fairbanks robot has a very wide stance, and it's able to straddle rocks and craters, which is pretty awesome. And now the Alaska Fairbanks robot is in the digging area. So the Alabama robot on the left has short, not so wide bucket ladder system, and the Alaska robot, most of that robot is the bucket ladder, so it's a very wide bucket ladder system. Both of these robots capable of excavating and carrying a lot of simulated regolith. And the Alabama robot is done within the first minute and a half, done with its first dig. So you saw the rock there. The Alabama robot has a lot of ground clearance, and it was able to completely drive over that rock.
What rock?
What rock? There you have it. You can see on the screen all that simulated regolith being poured into the hopper back at the lander. And the scale just keeps going up and up and up. Let's see where it settles. It's close to 30.
Alaska also heading back, possibly back to the dump site.
Okay, it's at 25 now. One of the judges may have actually had a foot on the scale there.
That's okay, there's plenty of time
There's
left
that
in
same
this run.
rock. Okay, Alaska's coming back. The Alaska robot is being controlled by the students in the control room, it looks like, as you can see their hands on the joystick. The Alabama robot is being completely controlled on board, because you can see the students do not have their hands on the joysticks when we see their view. So the scale on the Alabama side settled into about 25 kilograms, which is a very, very incredible amount of regolith for one cycle, because this robot is fast enough that it can do 4 or 5 cycles in one run, even more. Okay, we're watching the Alaska robot as it dumps. Right now, the scale is settling down at about 7.5 kilograms. So very good for the Alaska robot. There's time to do several more cycles. 3.5 minutes in, 6.5 minutes remaining. These teams only get 10 minutes.
Goes by extremely fast, but they still have plenty of time left.
Plenty of time for both of these teams to get a really good score.
Alabama's
now the
already...
Alabama team, because they're fully autonomous, their score is going to get elevated, you know, more than a team that is not fully automated, fully autonomous. Yeah, that was a lot.
Look at that.
That was a lot. And their conveyor system is very fast. Everything about this robot is fast. It drives fast, it digs fast, it conveys, it dumps fast. So, you know, everything about this robot is just off the charts. Alaska on the right, doing their second cycle. It's very close on that rock. 63 kilograms on the scale for Alabama right now. Alabama's going for their third dig. Smiles on team as they just watch their robot running in fully autonomous mode. Now their wheel is going into this trench, which is affecting them a little bit. Said it got a little bit of kickback there for a while, but the robot's powerful enough to plow through that extra. Look at the students' reaction. They're very happy with what they're seeing.
Fairbanks heading back for their second dump. University of Alabama, they don't waste any time.
Nope, that robot is a beast. Now let's watch Alaska dump. These are actually drawer sliders, you know, that you would have in a desk drawer. So very innovative and thinking outside the box, using things that you can buy at the local hardware store to build this robot. PVC pipes are used on the Alaska as the Alaska digging scoops.
Hopefully it pays off for them.
Alaska right now has almost 13 kilograms.
All right.
With 4.5 minutes remaining, there goes Alabama dumping again. It just keeps coming out. That was more. They had more on board that time than they did previously, and I think it's because one of their wheels dipped down and it got them a little deeper that time.
Oh, so you think that was intentional?
That's my speculation. No, I don't know whether that was intentional or not, but I think that's why they got more of that on that run. Getting really close to 100 kilograms with a lot of time remaining. 3 minutes, 45 seconds remaining for both of these teams, Alabama and Alaska Fairbanks. See a good shot of both of these robots digging right there.
Both teams are doing extremely well. We've had some challenges this morning. Oh.
There's some chunky material going up into the. I do want to disclaim though, some of those chunks may be just clumped regolith. It may not be the hard rocks that were buried deep. Only the judges know for sure. That one does not want to get in the bucket though. Just being pushed along. All right, 3 minutes left for both of these teams. Alabama's scale is over 100, and the Alaska Fairbanks scale is about 14 right now. I think there's time for a couple more cycles on this Alabama robot. Yesterday, Alabama got over 160 kilograms on their run. So they're going to try and beat that, I think, on their second run. And if everything goes perfectly and there's no hiccups, I think they'll do it. Look at those rocks on the conveyor belt, not wanting to fall out. Strong showing again by Alabama. And there's Alaska dumping again.
Look at this.
137 kilograms for Alabama. Alaska has over 19 kilograms with 2 minutes remaining.
All right.
I think Alabama can go twice, 2 cycles in 2 minutes. What do you think?
I think they can. I think they're going to do it.
I think they'll beat yesterday's score at this rate. Alaska Fairbanks just went over 21. Now Alaska, I don't know if they could get 2 runs in, so they may be trying to push their robot a little bit, which is what I would do. Push it a little bit, but not too hard. Okay, Alabama's done with that run, it looks like. With 1 minute and 5 seconds, the Alabama robot doesn't have any trouble driving through these trenches or driving through the cratered obstacles that we put into the bin. All right, we're at 50 seconds. Alabama's going to be cutting it close, whether they can get another run in. Now the students, if they leave the robot in fully autonomous mode, even if it doesn't complete another cycle, that's probably their best bet because their autonomy points will be maximized if they don't take over manual control. On the other hand, if they do take over manual control, there's a chance they could, get another quick run in. But with time running out, I don't think that's going to happen. 169 kilograms and counting because the judges are still shoving the regolith through the screen. Alaska Fairbanks with 23 kilograms and 10 seconds remaining in this run. The Alabama robot still in autonomous mode. So unofficially, it looks like the Alabama team is going to get points for full autonomy for that entire run. Great job, Alabama.
Nice job.
With 173 kilograms on the scale for Alabama.
Outstanding.
The Alabama team is really, really rejoicing. They're really happy with that. They beat their first run, which was a very strong run. Here comes the beach ball. Here come the students are going to come running out of there. We're going to have a little party over here. Tori's going to meet them over there. And also the the Alaska Fairbanks team, also a very good run for them. They've got to be happy with that. 2 qualifying runs for the Alaska team. Both of these teams, let's give both these teams a big hand. Alabama and Alaska Fairbanks. Great job by both of those teams. Looking ahead, we are going to get recycled here and do Utah and University of Central Florida. Don't go anywhere. Tori is about to talk to one of the Alabama students. Tori, take it away.
All right, thanks, Kurt. I'm with Joe from the University of Alabama. Nice job. I mean, how does that feel? That must feel incredible.
After we got over the rock the first time and dropped the first 25 kilograms off, we were all a lot calmer in the control room, and then it just kept getting better and better and better.
So can you tell me a little bit about your design concept? Have you made any changes in the past or leading up to this competition?
Yes, this is actually a brand new robot. Nothing on the robot is new or is old from last year. So it's still using a bucket ladder and an offloading conveyor belt, but we changed the way we deploy into the ground so we can accurately control our dig depth, as well as our software system had a huge upgrade so that we don't get lost and we can make it over the obstacles a lot easier.
So you completely changed the design of your robot. Is that what I'm hearing?
Pretty much. There's some similar concepts on it, but it's pretty much a complete redesign this year.
Well, it paid off, so congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Back to you, Kurt.
All right, way to go. Don't go anywhere because we've got the University of Utah and the University of Central Florida getting ready to put their robots in the bin. This is the NASA Robotic Mining Competition, our 8th year putting on this competition here in Central Florida.